The cell is cold, stone walls sweat with damp, and the air smells of mold and extinguished candles. Somewhere beyond the door, bells are ringing across Paris, not for prayer, but for routine. Marie Antoinette sits awake on a wooden bench inside the Conciergerie prison. A thin line of gray light leaks under the door. She has less than 8 hours to live. And with every passing hour, another layer of her identity will be stripped away. Queen, wife, mother, even her name, until there is nothing left but a body scheduled for execution. What happens next is not just an execution, it is a carefully staged humiliation that lasts all day. The verdict comes before dawn. After more than 20 hours of questioning, the Revolutionary Tribunal delivers exactly the outcome everyone expected. Guilty, treason, conspiracy against the French Republic. The sentence is death, immediate. There is no appeal, no pause, no mercy. Marie Antoinette has been standing, answering questions, defending herself through exhaustion and illness. Her body is weak. She has been bleeding. She has not slept. But she does not collapse. She does not scream. She listens. She nods once. Back in her cell, she is given a few hours alone. She writes a final letter to her sister-in-law, Madame Elizabeth. The handwriting is steady, the words are calm. She writes that she forgives her enemies. She writes that she has faith. She writes that she is innocent. There is no mention of anger, no plea for history to vindicate her. As dawn approaches, the meaning becomes clear. The revolution is not finished with her yet. Death is coming, but first they will erase the last symbols of the Queen. The guards enter at first light. They do not bow. They do not speak gently. Orders are given. Marie Antoinette is told to stand. She is handed a plain white dress, not black for mourning, white, the color of sacrifice, the color worn by those sent to the guillotine. She changes in silence. Then the scissors appear. An executioner steps forward and begins cutting her hair short to expose her neck. Locks of once famous hair fall to the stone floor. There is no ceremony, no care, just the sound of blades scraping close to skin. She does not protest. Versailles is gone. The silk gowns are gone. The diamonds are gone. In their place is rough cloth, bare ankles, and a neck deliberately prepared for a blade. And unlike her husband, she will not be shielded from the crowd. She will ride through Paris in full view. The cart waits outside. It is open, wooden, crude. No canopy, no seat, just boards and rope. Marie Antoinette steps inside, her hands bound behind her back. The guards climb on. The wheels begin to turn. Paris lines the streets. Some shout insults, some curse her name, some stare in silence. Others watch with curiosity, as if this is simply another form of entertainment. She does not look at them. She sits upright, pale, still. her eyes fixed ahead as the cart rattles over cobblestones. The smell of sweat and smoke fills the air. The sound of shouting comes and goes like waves. This is not a quick transfer to death. It is a public procession meant to be remembered. The cart finally stops. Ahead of her stands the scaffold. The guards pull her down. She climbs the steps slowly. Her hands are still tied. The executioner waits beside the guillotine, its blade catching the light. The crowd grows quiet. As she reaches the top, she stumbles slightly and steps on the executioner's foot. She turns to him and speaks her final recorded words. "Pardon me, sir. I did not do it on purpose." There is no anger in her voice, no bitterness, only control. She is positioned, secured. The blade is raised. A moment passes. Then it falls. The crowd erupts. Vive la République! The Queen of France is dead. Her head and body are carried away. There is no ceremony, no marked grave. She is buried in an unmarked pit at the Madeleine Cemetery, quicklime poured over her remains. During a pause in the burial, a woman named Marie Groschholz, later known as Madame Tussaud, is brought to take a death mask. The face of the executed queen is preserved in wax while the body waits. Years later, after the revolution has burned itself out, her remains are recovered and reburied with royal honors. History softens. The monster queen becomes a tragic figure. The caricature fades. But the truth remains. Marie Antoinette did not just die. She was dismantled hour by hour to satisfy a revolution that needed a villain. The question is not whether she deserved to fall. The question is whether this was justice or spectacle disguised as morality. Marie Antoinette's execution was meant to erase her. Instead, it ensured she would never be forgotten. If this story changed how you see her final day, let me know in the comments. And if you want more history told without comfort or excuses, subscribe and join us as we uncover the moments history tried to simplify, sanitize, or forget.